Hello, this is Exquisite Timepieces in Naples, Florida, and today we're looking at the Glashutte Original Sixties Chronograph. But first, a quick message about us. We are a brick-and-mortar authorized dealer of more than 50 of the world's finest watch brands, and we've been in business here in Naples, Florida for over 20 years. We also buy, sell, and trade on pre-owned watches, and we offer the highest prices on the watches that we buy. So check out our website, exquisitettimepieces.com, give us a call at 239-227-2932, or of course, visit our showroom in Naples, Florida, anytime. With that said, let's take a look at the watch. The Glashutte Original Sixties Chronograph, from a Saxon watchmaking brand with an uninterrupted history that began in the year 1845, is a watch from their vintage collection and the 2020 annual edition with the Glacier Blue dial. The annual release of these exclusive 60 series editions has been a source of excitement in the watch world since 2018, and for the first time, Glashutte Original has introduced this chronograph model alongside the companion time-only variation of the watch. This version of the Glashutte Original 60s Chronograph, reference number 1-39-34-04-22-04, has a manufacturer's suggested retail price of $8,300. The polished stainless steel case has dimensions of 42 millimeters in diameter with a thickness of just under 12.5 millimeters. It does have a wingspan measuring in at 48 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip, and it is 20 millimeters between the lugs where the strap attaches to the case. It has piston-style pushers for the operation of the chronograph function, and the movement powering the watch is the calibre 39-34. The watch also has a domed sapphire crystal, 30 meters of water resistance, and it rides on a brown nubuck calfskin leather strap equipped with a signed stainless steel pin buckle. While the overall fit and finish of this watch is exceptional, with its high-polished case, its bezel and pushers, and it features a beautifully decorated movement visible through the display case back, of course, the main event for this timepiece is obviously the Glacier Blue dial. It's a look that my camera almost certainly won't do justice to, and it's one that you really do have to see in person to genuinely appreciate. The Glacier Blue dial has a texture to it that plays well with the radiant effect as seen when light hits the dial from different angles, and the outer extremities of the dial fade to a darker shade of blue towards the edge. The subdials for the active running seconds and the chronograph's 30-minute register are recessed, and they have concentric circular patterns, which helps eliminate any reflections off the dial in those spots, and it aids in the legibility of the timepiece. The incised indices, printed numerals, and branding, as well as the superluminova plots at each hour marker, are of a simple and clean design as to not take anything away from the dial itself. The high-polished handset includes an application of luminescence in a thin central recess, and the hands are precise yet understated. Again, I think to not distract from the dial, but still give the user a functional and legible daily timepiece. The domed sapphire crystal is in keeping with the 1960s inspired design aesthetic, and it gives the look and feel of vintage plexiglass, but it has the durability of modern scratch-resistant sapphire glass. The display caseback is also covered with a sapphire crystal, giving the viewer a look at the nicely decorated and appointed calibre 39-34 movement. The 39-34 is a 51-jewel modular Depuis de Pras chronograph movement on the calibre 39 platform. The 39 platform is a Glashutte manufacture automatic movement with a 40-hour power reserve running at 28,800 vibrations per hour. It features decoration including a Glashutte 3/4 plate with striped finish. It has a swan neck fine adjustment, of course the 21-karat gold skeletonized rotor with striped finish and double G logo, beveled edges, and polished steel parts. The chronograph functionality will be familiar to anyone having used this complication in the past. Above and below the signed crown at the 3 o'clock side of the dial you find 2 piston-style pushers, one of which starts and stops the chronograph counter, and the other 2 reset it. The central seconds counter tracks the passage of time in 60-second intervals, with a 30-minute register at the 9 o'clock side of the dial tracking elapsed minutes. Now, being of a bicompax display, it doesn't feature a 12-hour counter subdial like some other chronographs do, but in this case, that frees the dial real estate, which means that we can appreciate more of the Glacier Blue dial without any interruptions to the designs. The brown nubuck calfskin leather strap has a nicely equipped stainless steel pin buckle featuring the double G logo. Now the strap itself, it feels soft and supple, similar to suede in my opinion, and it features a lighter tan contrast stitch, as well as a lined underside, which I think adds to the comfortable feel on the wrist. The Glashutte Original Sixties Chronograph with Glacier Blue dial from the brand's vintage collection of annual editions. It's a luxury timepiece for the person looking for something a little bit more extravagant than a simple black, time-only dress watch. It is in keeping with the Saxon watchmaking tradition Glashutte Original has lived by for nearly 2 centuries, and it's one that you really need to see in person to truly appreciate. Thanks for watching. If you liked this watch, please visit the exquisitettimepieces.com website to view it, along with our entire collection of both new and pre-owned watches, or of course visit our showroom in Naples, Florida anytime.